the Town Hall 9 war base that held on to that second star tighter than Peter could a gem box in today's episode. Welcome and thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with Clash of Clans attacks. And yes, it's the Town Hall 9 war base that wouldn't die. Try as we might, my Town Hall 8/9 full attack clan could not gain a second star during a recent clan war against this base design. Now, before you run down to the comments, save your breath. Yes, I know that a solid clan war attack on this base could 3-star it. But what happened here, and you know, we have some pretty good 3-star attackers in this full attack clan, but for some reason, the attacks just didn't work out. Bad luck, poorly planned attacks. Yes, some of these less than ideal, but I have to give credit where credit is due. A lot of the players in my full attack clan consistently get 6 stars against reasonably high Town Hall 9 bases, but for some reason, this layout gave player after player fits, and several players on the opposing team, District 2, ran with the same clan war base. So I would always suggest when that happens that everybody go back and take a look at replays, talk in the clan chat, and come up with a strategy that you agree upon that will work, especially when you've got several of the same base. One person works out a solid 3-star attack, and then you should be able to replicate that across several attacks. So the opening in the center, obviously leaving room for double giant bombs so it can give fits to Hog Rider attacks. Tesla's in there as well, as we'll see in a little bit. So this attack eventually does lure out the clan castle and gets it out of the way. The questionable heal spell here, as the units are moving in, you've got Lava Lunion going the rest of the way. So the idea here, trying to use the heroes for the front end of this attack, but it doesn't really work out. They don't do a great deal other than maybe get a couple of the air defenses out of the way. Although at this point you would think with 2 air defenses down that this attack would go well, but the way the bombs, the seeking air mines, and the Teslas are placed, you can see it causes a lot of problems towards air attacks. The balloons eventually path towards the center, and the lava hounds do not, so those air bombs seeking air mines just devastate the balloons, and there they go. Just about every single balloon gets taken out. Finally, the last Tesla goes down, but you can see only some splash damage to the town hall, and now there's no structures in there in the center that will otherwise attract a unit to the center of the village, and that works out very well for this defender, because indeed the remaining units are going to spend the bulk of the rest of this attack around the outside of this base. Also, now Tom didn't bring a lot of cleanup units, so he has just the heroes, a couple of balloons, and maybe it looks like 1 wizard. And although every single defense is taken out, he cannot finish the 3-star attack and is stuck with a 91% 1-star victory. Well, technically loss. So now we've got Jupiter Lee, who we've also seen some great 3-star attacks from in the past, going against another player on the opposing clan with the same base layout. Now Jupiter going after this base with Goho and some witches. You've got wizards, golems moving in from the top, a pair of witches generating those skeletons. There's the poison spell, taking out those clan castle troops. The king moving in from the top of your screen. No queen this time. Jupiter's queen back at home upgrading, and you can see the king, the golem split up now. The jump spell not leading them towards the center, as there isn't really anything nearby to attract those units. The Hog Riders coming in from the far left and the top left. A little bit more of a precise deployment here as he's dropped a few at a time. Again, probably fearing those double giant bombs. I like the heal spell in front of the pathing of the Hog Riders. But once again, units are going to work their way around the outside because of this inner gap between those second and third layer of walls. That is going to help prevent units from getting in towards the dead center. And a big problem top right, you can see the Clan Castle Dragon and the Archer Queen are both still up, and that is absolute disaster for this attack. Even had these Hog Riders lasted longer, you've got both of the defending heroes, the Clan Castle Dragon, out on the prowl, and they are going to put a quick end to this attack. The level 10 Barbarian King going around the outside, he's going to face off with the defending level 13 King, and again, this attack ends abruptly at 69%, Jupiter unable to grab that second star. And now yet another replay on a third version of this base. That's right, several players from District 2 running with this base, so apparently they've had a lot of success with it in the past, because it is quite unusual to see several players from the same clan in war run the same base, simply because all it takes is one person to figure out how to beat it, and everybody's going to beat it, but maybe these guys really have had a huge amount of defensive success with it. Now Harold drops his heroes early. He's got the poison spell down to help get rid of those clan castle archers and the dragon. There is the rage spell, enraging those heroes, moving them in. Obviously he wants to try to get 2 of the air defenses out of the way ideally, but obviously that is not going to happen. Also, Harold bringing 4 Lava Hounds. That's very heavy on the Lava Hounds for a Town Hall 9 hybrid attack like this. 4 haste spells as well, just about 13 balloons and no minions, so relying upon the lava pups to create the cleanup troops that should help get down the rest of the structures. So the second air defense is down, Lava Hounds moving across the screen, carefully deploying the balloons, waiting until the Lava Hounds have distracted. The haste spell there not really doing a great deal of effect, having the balloons already on top of most of those defenses. They do move on and take out that wizard tower as the Lava Hound passes through the center of the base, activating all of those bombs, the mines, and the Teslas, of course, now coming into play. On the far right-hand side, the last Lava Hound working on the last air defense. And although the last air defense does fall and the Lava Hound is still up, that actually is not good for this attack. Harold would much have preferred to have the Lava Hound go down and provide more cleanup troops. In fact, the Lava Hound with so much health left at this point that it's not going to be able to help out, although it does distract the Teslas long enough that the balloons can take them down. But like we've seen in earlier attacks, Harold again faced with a lack of cleanup troops, getting the last of the defensive structures down. It's going to be the mortar that's going to fall to the balloons there, and the Lava Hound that is still up. That is a big disaster for Harold. Not enough cleanup troops once again. And although all of the defensive structures have fallen, so have both of Harold's heroes. The level 10 defending king still out on the prowl. The haste spell not going to be enough. The lava pups, the desperate wizard and barbarian doing their best, but it can't get the job done. Time runs out and Harold left with an absolutely brutal 99% 1-star victory. And victory, a term I use loosely, of course. Nobody's going to call a 1-star attack a victory, but Harold, given his best, not quite working out. The thing is, we had players from all over our clan try to take out this base, and nobody, I say nobody, could even 2-star this base. We had 1-star after 1-star attack over and over again, never having success. It was extremely frustrating, and yes, I know there are hardcore war players out there just itching to tell us how to 3-star this base. I'm happy to listen to you down in the comments. Just please be nice and remember that not everybody out there is a hardcore war player, although we are doing our best to improve, and that's what it is all about. Getting better, improving, learning from your mistakes, and obviously we could have done better to learn right here and avoid failure after failure on that base. So thank you guys again, as always, for watching all the way to the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe for daily Clash of Clans content, and of course a future episode showing us 3-starring the heck out of this base. So until next time, don't forget to get out there and make every attack a full attack. Galadon, seems you misnamed your clan there, eh? Instead of full attack, maybe it should be attack, or partial attack, or semi attack.